Okay, so let's learn this new Volibear. Let's check it out. The Relentless Storm Volibear gains 5% attack speed whenever he deals damage, which stacks up to 5 times. Okay, that's not so bad. You have 3 stacks from your abilities, which is pretty good. I wonder if this applies with Smite. Do-do-do. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't. Even when you have it going, it doesn't. That sucks. Let's see if it does it with Cinderhulk. Nope. Damn. So I guess it's just from whenever he deals damage. I mean, that's kind of a lie. It's kind of a lie because the items don't stack it, it seems. Let's try something crazy like Proto Belt, I guess. Nope. Yeah, it looks like none of the items build it up, no matter what. Lightning Claws. At 5 stacks, Volibear's claws ignite with lightning, causing his basic attacks to deal 11 plus 36 bonus magic damage to the 5 closest enemies. The 5 part is pretty important because whenever you're hitting the minion wave, then that's going to always basically subtract your damage to champions potentially. Volibear must deal damage within 6 seconds to maintain this effect. Alrighty, let's test the damage with items to see if this falls off. 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. And that's damage with his auto attacks or abilities, it seems. That's so kind of lame, but I understand it to a degree. Volibear's Q. Thundering Smash. Volibear gains 10% movement speed for 4 seconds or 20% towards enemy champions and the ability to move through units. While active, the ability to move through units is a really awesome change because the way it used to work was that you would, like, especially with support Volibear, minions would just cock block you perpetually. So that's a nice change to have. Just makes things feel better overall. And whenever you're team fighting and whatnot, that's where it really gets overpowered, but it's a nice quality of life change. While active, Volibear's next basic attack deals bonus physical damage and stuns the target for 1 second. Volibear becomes enraged if an enemy immobilizes him before he stuns a target, resetting this ability's cooldown. Interesting. So even if the enemy's trying to peel you off, then you're still going to be able to get towards them. And you just slam on them. Okay. Volibear's W, Frenzied Maul. Volibear mauls an enemy dealing 10 plus 50, or 65. That's your... I wonder if this is your base. Let me see. Deals physical damage. This is based off 100% of your AD. So any AD you would be building. So mostly in the top lane you could empower this more. And you would probably be maxing the W as it would help you trade in the top lane. It also deals extra damage based on your maximum health. So let's buy some of that. Let's say we have Cinderhulk completed. It's going to deal 22 or 21 more damage. That's not bad. So Volibear mauls an enemy dealing bonus physical damage, applying on-hit effects and wounding a target. If a Frenzy Maul is used on a wounded target, its damage is increased by 50% and Volibear restores 20 health plus 8% of his missing health, 50% effective against minions. Interesting. So your basic combo is going to be like charging onto them and then using the W. So let's do both of those at the same time. Q, auto, W, auto. And then you have the stacks and then you're really just rolling on them. It's a weird change to his W compared to his old bite, but I like it a lot more because you're just casting it twice and that makes it overall a more healthy ability because you can really get things started without so much of old Volibear's damage was front loaded in that W, and to have it like this makes it a lot healthier and then a lot more useful because it gives you a trading tool and then also gives you a little bit more damage without having to fully commit into a fight. So that's nice. Volibear's E, Sky Splitter. After a delay, Volibear summons a lightning bolt at a target location. This deals 60 plus 80% ability power ratio, which you're basically only going to get with Baron buff. Plus 7% of the target's max health. That's pretty fucking crazy. Magic damage that slows the enemy by 40% for 2 seconds. Damage against non-champions is capped at 100. Interesting. If Volibear is inside the blast cone, he gains a shield equal to 15% of his max health. Alrighty, so you're gonna Q, auto, E, W, and then just continue to auto. Or is it Q, E, auto, W, auto? That looks like it's it. And then you're always just trying to get that second W off for your maximum damage. Really basic champion, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Especially given that he's a tank champion. Volibear's ult, a complete change, because they basically added Volibear's old ult into his passive, which is really, really nice. And then his new ult, Volibear transforms and leaps towards a target location, gaining 200 health, 50 attack range, and the ability to move through units for the next 12 seconds. Upon landing, nearby enemy towers are disabled for 2 seconds. That's so weird. That is so weird. So what if I land like right here? It still disables? Okay. Okay, so you have to be about in range. About, like, very loosely. That is so absolutely weird. I like it. Upon landing, nearby enemy turrets are disabled for 2 seconds and suffer... They take damage too? That's so weird. This ability is so weird. Alrighty, it's at 4,700 HP. That is so fucking weird. I love gaming. So the turrets take damage. Nearby enemies are slowed by 50%, decaying over 1 second. That's alright. Enemies directly underneath Volibear suffer a lot of damage. 250. So, honestly, I can't really get like the idea of how an all-in would look in my head, so let's try it. Let's say we have 2 points in the W, 3 points in the W. So it'd be Q, auto, E, auto, W, auto, and then ult, or what? It seems weird to me to like Q ult. Honestly, let me turn these effect qualities up because this really looks like shit. I can't really tell what's going on. Q, E, auto, W, ult. That seems so... I think your ult is for whenever the enemy runs away from you after this initial engage. Because you're going to stun them, apply this slow, and then have a little bit of damage, and then as they would say be running away, that's when you would ult onto them and then get your second W off. I'm pretty sure that's how you want to be playing it out. And then you can also move through units during all of that, so even if enemies are trying to pill you off and whatnot, you're not going to get like minion block during all of that, which is nice because as a melee champion, it's very hard to stay on targets when you're constantly like trying to path through them and you're just getting like stuck. But with the ult giving you ability to move through minions, then you don't have to deal with that anymore. Along with just having, like, am I as big as Cho'Gath? Like, what is this, man? This is so cool. Okay, let's try Volibear's clear. I'm gonna start with Hunter's Talisman. And then let's start red buff. I'm gonna be starting W, I suppose. So auto W, auto, 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 run away, auto, auto. Oh no, I messed up an auto W. Auto, 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 auto W, auto. And then the buff would be done by now if you had a leash. Doke, let's get E level 2 so that I have this shield against the golems. Okay, and then I'm going to auto this, W this. That didn't kill, that's disappointing. Since I have the talisman, this is where talisman gets crazy whenever you have these AoE camps where you don't have to hit the small ones anymore. So that's obviously going to feel good. Auto, 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 good enough. And then on to the raptors. The E shield is going to be achieving the same effect against the raptors. Trying to run away from the small raptors when I can. then auto W. I don't know how I'm messing up this W, to be honest. Alrighty, I really messed up these raptors. I really, really did. That one survives. On to the next camp. And then losing the stacks feels pretty bad. So I think having an efficient clear in which you're kiting the camps to the maximum, you could probably end up where you can maintain your stacks across camps. Okay, so let's lead with E, auto Q, auto W. Is this a targeted ability? Is that how I'm messing it up? Auto W, boom, and then just hit the small wolves because the big one's gonna die. Okay, not so bad. And then Volibear like really doesn't have mana problems. Albeit that I'm doing this clear really slow. This is nothing of what the clear is going to actually look like. Probably. Auto Q. Auto. Okay. Get the shield. And then kite after this. And then that's going to be an auto smite. Auto W. Auto Q. Okay, not so bad. It's not a fast clear, but it's not what I expected from Volibear. But it's not a super slow clear either. Like, he's not a Lee Sin cheater, you know? So that's a pretty feels good. And even against farming junglers, Volibear would have the ability to say, do red raptors, probably wolf's blue gromp, and then be able to contest a scuttle, maybe. I don't know his clear speeds. I'd have to get back to you on that, but it seems like you could give up smaller camps to maybe contest scuttles and whatnot, because a level 4 Volibear could potentially take out, say, a level 3 Volibear could potentially take out, say, a level 4 Evelynn, Karthus, Shyvana, Fiddlesticks, etc. Champions that would be full clearing into Scuttle. And then if you double Scuttle them, then you can go back to your minor camps, reset those, and then reset back onto the map to a dragon or something. So that's interesting. I don't know. I really think this champion looks pretty cool. I'll have to get back to you on more videos, obviously, of like what the champion's actually like, and yeah. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, like, if you've played him and your experiences on him, because you know it's day one of Volibear. Hope everyone has fun with him. I think, I think this champion's like really, really cool, really neat rework. But I'll have to see how it pans out. Bye. See ya. Subscribe. Thanks.